Hello, listeners. You are listening now to Wax of the Past with your host, Ben Dewberry. This is a show specializing in 78 RPM records from the 1920s to the 1950s and a little before. Come tune in for something you may never have heard and may never again. I'm going to now play my signature song. This is Turn Your Radio On by the Blue Sky Boys.
Earl and I have a number for you we hope you'll enjoy. Turn your radio on.
Come listening to my radio station where the mighty host of heaven sings. Turn your radio on.
Turn your radio on.
Turn your radio on.
Turn your radio on.
If you want to hear the song of Zion coming from the land of endless spring, get in touch with God.
Get in touch with God.
Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on.
Turn your radio on.
And listen to the music in the air. Turn your radio on.
Turn your radio on.
Heaven's worth to share. Turn the lights down low.
Turn the lights down low.
And listen to the master's radio. Get in touch with God.
Get in touch with God.
Turn your radio on. Brother, listening to the Gloryland chorus. Listen to the glad hosannas roll. Turn your radio on.
Turn your radio on.
Turn your radio on.
Turn your radio on.
Get a little taste of joy awaiting. Get a little heaven in your soul. Get in touch with God.
Get in touch with God.
Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on.
Turn your radio on.
And listen to the music in the air. Turn your radio on.
Turn your radio on.
Heaven's worth to share. Turn the lights down low.
Turn the lights down low.
And listen to the master's radio. Get in touch with God.
Get in touch with God.
Turn your radio on.
All right, everybody. Next tune we're going to play is called Singapore Sorrows. This is by Ben Pollack and his orchestra from 1926, or 28, sorry. And Ben Pollack was the first orchestra that the famous clarinetist Benny Goodman played with. And this is Benny Goodman. He's featured on this record, Singapore Sorrows. This is take number 2.
Singapore sorrows stealing around at night. Singapore sorrows filling each soul with pride. Out through the gloom they go round to your room, and while you sleep they just keep right on crooning. Nothing but sadness, why did you go astray? You will find gladness if you just stay away. That's what I heard in that old Chinatown. Singapore sorrows following you around.
Once again, that was Singapore Sorrows by Ben Pollock. Next, we're going to play a really famous tune called Happy Days Are Here Again. This is by Leo Reisman and his orchestra. This is, I believe, from 1930. Here we go. Okay, next record we're going to play is Memphis Blues by Ben Pollock, once again. Here we go. This is recorded in 1928. Okay, next record we're going to play is we're going to start some 78 programming now that I've set my turntable up. So this is going to be When You're Smiling by the Clevelanders. Let's see, I'm just going to check the recording date here for you. Let's see, the Clevelanders. This is on a Brunswick record from, I'm going to guess, 1929 or so. Let us see here. All right, yeah, this is going to be 1929. When You're Smiling by the Clevelanders, vocal by Jack Parker.
When you're crying, you'll bring on the rain, so stop your sighing. Be happy again, keep on smiling, 'cause when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you.
Great record, that one. Next, we're going to play the other side of Memphis Blues, which is Waitin' for Katie. This is recorded December 7th, 1927, for the Victor label by Ben Pollack and his orchestra.
a lot, but I tell you what, there's a time when I'm never late, when waiting for my Katie dear.
Our appointment was for 7. It's 8:15. If she's not here by 11, then I'll simply have to wait.
All my new shoes hurt and my collar's tight, but I'll stand all night and I'll wait, waiting for my Katie dear.
Okay, it was a good one. Next, we're going to play the other side of the Clevelanders record we just played. This is called Sweet Ella May, also by the Clevelanders. Here we go, recorded in 1929. Next one. Findhelp.org. If you're staring at tough choices, go to findhelp.org. Type in your zip code, get connected to local food banks, free groceries, and emergency aid. It works in every city. No strings, just help. All right, next tune we're going to play here is another Ben Pollack record. This is Deed I Do, recorded, I believe, in 1927. Deed I Do, Ben Pollack.
honey, deed I do. And do I need you? Oh my, do I? Honey, honey, deed I do. I'm glad that I'm the one who found you. That's why I'm always hanging round you. Do I love you? Oh my, do I? Honey, honey, deed I do. Precious baby, deed I do.
All right, next record is going to be a 78 RPM selection. This is by Al Lentz and his orchestra. This is Love in My Heart, recorded on my birthday, January 6th, 1930. Look at that. Didn't realize it was on my birthday. January 6th, 1930. This is Love in My Heart by Al Lentz and his orchestra.
I only played the part. You came along and put the song of love in my heart. I've never been so happy, I never knew the art. You came along and put the song of love in my heart. Never knew what life was like with someone to live for. Never knew what life was like with someone to adore. I never knew what yearning meant when you're kept apart. You came along and put the song of love in my heart.
Okay, next record we're going to play is going to be You're the One for Me by Ben Pollock. Okay, next record is another 78 RPM selection. This is Ted White's Collegians. Ted White's Collegians with If I Had You. If I Had You was a really huge tune in the 20s, very popular. Almost every artist made a recording of it, in fact. And this is If I Had You by Ted White's Collegians, recorded in 1929. The New London Community Meal Centre. The New London Community Meal Centre has been serving free meals to the most vulnerable residents of our community since 1985. If you want a free, nutritious, and delicious meal with no questions asked, you are welcome to join them at 12 Montauk Avenue in New London, Connecticut. On Monday through Friday, they serve lunch from 12 to 1 and dinner from 5 to 6. They serve lunch on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th Saturdays of the month, and dinner on Sundays. This work is made possible by their donors, sponsors, and volunteers. For more information, call 860-444-7745. That's 860-444-7745. Or visit their website at newlondoncommunitymealcenter.org. If you would like to volunteer, call Judy at 860-536-4784. Okay, our next tune, something super clever. It has a really, what I mean by that is it has a very clever rhyme in it. And I'm going to ask my audience here to see if you can pick that out. This is 10 Cents a Dance by the Hi-Hatters, recorded in 1929.
weigh me down. 10 cents a dance, pansies and rough guys, tough guys who tear my gown. 7 to midnight I hear drums, loudly the saxophone blows. Trumpets are tearing my eardrums, customers crush my toes. Sometimes I think I found my hero, but it's a queer romance. All that you need is a ticket. Come on, big boy, 10 cents a dance.
Yeah, so that clever rhyme, in case you didn't pick up on it, was hero and queer romance. That's really a really interesting rhyme. That's like one of my favorite parts of that song. Anyway, it's just a super interesting tune about kind of dance halls that would offer, I guess, women to dance with patrons, and they were usually only 10 cents a dance, like the song says. Very interesting. Depression-era tune. Next is, excuse me, next is I Must Be Falling in Love by Bob Green's Dance Orchestra. This is the other side of If I Had You, recorded in 1929.
seem all right. So people say I must be falling in love. I'm just like I used to be, healthy and strong, but something with me seems to be wrong. I must be falling in love. I never knew birds could sing and everything so sweet and pretty before. Flowers just smell so sweet and well, I must have more. I'm never sleepy at night, hungry at day, and I believe the right when the doctor says I must be falling in love.
All right, next is another Depression-era tune. This is called Cheer Up, Good Times Are Comin' by Phil Spittleney, vocal by Bill Cody. This was recorded May 1930. Okay, the next tune we're going to play is something by really a favorite orchestra of mine. This is Who Wouldn't Be Jealous of You by the Coon Sanders Orchestra. That consisted of a guy named Carlton Coon, and Joe Sanders. A lot of the time, the way they worked together was Carlton would be the writer of a lot of these songs, and I believe he'd also direct the orchestra. And Joe Sanders, would be usually the vocalist, and he'd write the words. So they were really an interesting duo, and they produced some really interesting, kind of more alternative hits of the 1920s. So here is Who Wouldn't Be Jealous of You from February of 1929.
has known. When you go out, you're marvelous, hard to doubt and hard to trust. Who wouldn't be hanging around your neighborhood so you couldn't be missing like Red Riding Hood? Look at those lips, look at those eyes, the key to hell or paradise. Who wouldn't be jealous of you?
Tell that's kind of an alternative one. All right, I wanted to remind everybody that you are listening in to Wax of the Past with your host, Ben Dewberry, on WCNI New London. This is a show specializing in music from the turn of the century to the 1950s. This is all stuff recorded on the fragile 78 RPM format. That's 78 RPM spinning at 78 revolutions per minute, as opposed to 33 or 45. These records are notoriously fragile and difficult to handle, but I'm making it work for you guys because this is some great, interesting music that doesn't get heard too often, and in my opinion, it really should be heard more. Here, the next record we're going to play, this is Cheer Up, Smile, Nerds by Eddie Cantor with Phil Spiddleny. So, a quick note about this record and the two selections ago, what we played. These were both recorded not on the typical shellac bass that 78s were recorded on, but on what's called durium. So durium is an very early plastic that almost is, adjacent to Bakelite and kind of a close relation to paper, and they have a paper core. So these records have a paper core, very thin, very flexible. You can almost bend them in half. And these were a solution to expensive records, usually costing 75 cents, in the Depression. And these paper records, for lack of a better term, were only 15 cents a piece. So this is Cheer Up, Smile, Nerds by Eddie Cantor with Phil Spiddleny's music from September 1931.
Sure, business is punk and Wall Street is sunk. We're all of us broke and ready to croak. We've nothing to dunk, can't even get drunk, and all the while they tell us to smile. Cheer up, gentle citizens, though you have no shirts. Happy days are here again. Cheer up, smile, nerds. All aboard prosperity. Giggle till it hurts. No more breadline charity. Cheer up, smile, nerds. Cheer up, cheer up, cheer up. Cheer up, cheer up, cheer up, cheer up, cheer. Better times are here. Sunny smilers we must be. The optimist asserts. Let's hang the fat head to a tree. Cheer up, smile, nerds. The world's in the red. We're better off dead. Depression, they say, is in session to stay. Our judges are queer, our banks disappear, and all the while they tell us to smile. Cheer up, gentle citizens, though you have no shirts. Happy days are here again. Cheer up, smile, nerds. All aboard prosperity. Giggle till it hurts. No more breadline charity. Cheer up, smile, nerds. Cheer up, cheer up, cheer up. Cheer up, cheer up, cheer up, cheer up, cheer. Better times are here. Sunny smilers we must be. The optimist asserts. Let's hang the fat head to a tree. Cheer up, smile, nerds.
That's a great tune. I love that one. And you may notice that was a super long, especially for a 78. That's because there were two tracks on that record. One that was just the vocal pretty much all the way through, and then the second one had a very short vocal refrain at the end. And that's interesting. I never really knew why they did that exactly. I guess it's just if you wanted to hear the vocals, or if you didn't. And I guess they gave you that choice. 15 cents, it was worth it. All right, next we're going to play the other side of that Coon Sanders Nighthawks record. This is Here Comes My Ball and Chain. This is one of my favorites by them. Here it is. Here Comes My Ball and Chain.
When we hit a chair, how she can cuddle is no man's affair. I looked around from pole to pole, found her in a sugar bowl. Look out, here comes my ball and chain. red hair. How she can cuddle is no man's affair. I looked around from pole to pole, found her in a sugar bowl. Look out, here comes a ball and chain.
Never lackluster lyrics coming from them. Never. All right, next tune we're going to play is called Bye Bye for Baby, in quotes, or Baby Will Bye Bye You. This is a great title. This is by Ben Pollack and his orchestra from, I believe, 1928. Bye Bye Baby. Bye Bye for Baby. All right, next we're going to play, this is a super interesting tune. This is by Marek Weber and his orchestra. This is as German as it gets. This is recorded Berlin, Germany on February 28th, 1930. This is, it's called Zwei Herzen im 3/4 time. So that's 2 hearts in waltz time. So that's an interesting title. So 2 hearts in 3/4 tempo, but that's waltz time. Here it is, recorded February 28th, 1930.
Herzen im Dreivierteltakt, die hat der Mai zusammengebracht. Zwei Herzen im Dreivierteltakt in einer Walsernacht. Ein Viertel Frühling und ein Viertel Wein, ein Viertel Liebe, verliebt muss man sein. Zwei Herzen im Dreivierteltakt, wer braucht mehr, um glücklich zu sein?
That was Two Hearts in Waltz Time by Mark Webber and his orchestra. All right, next we're going to play another Ben Pollack tune. This is called She's One Sweet Showgirl by Ben Pollack and his orchestra, 1928. Really fun tune that one is. All right, next we're going to play the other side of that German record. This is, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, but the English translation is In Your Eyes Lies the Heart of Vienna, also by Mark Weber and his orchestra, and also recorded on the same date, February 28th, 1930. Here we go.
In deinen Augen liegt der Frühling drin. In deinen Augen, die so blau und treu, da liegt mein Wien im Wonnemonat Mai. In deinen Augen liegt das Herz von Wien, wenn sie für mich in süßer Liebe blühen. Und wenn's auch 1000 schöne andere Augen gibt, ich bin in deine blauen Augen nur verliebt.
All right, next tune we're going to play is going to be it's a rarity. It's something that actually cheers you up from the 1930s. This is We've Got to Put That Sun Back in the Sky by Rowan's Pennsylvanians, recorded on the 4th of January, 1932. Okay, the next tune is a very popular tune. I heard this when I was quite young, and I feel like it's in a movie or something. And it's by the ubiquitous Fred Astaire, who is also tapping. This is from Top Hat. This is Cheek to Cheek by Fred Astaire with Leo Reisman and his orchestra, recorded June 26, 1935, New York City.
Heaven, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly see. And I seem to find the happiness I see when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Heaven, I'm in heaven, and the cares that hung around me through the week seem to vanish like a gambler's lucky streak when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, I love to climb a mountain and to reach the highest peak, but it doesn't thrill me half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, I love to go out fishing in a river or a creek, but I don't enjoy it half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Dance with me, I want my arm about you. The charm about you will carry me through to heaven. I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly feel. And I seem to find the happiness I see when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek.
Peace Corps, the world is waiting. The Peace Corps is a service opportunity for motivated changemakers to immerse themselves in a community abroad, working side by side with local leaders to tackle the most pressing challenges of our generation. 60-plus host countries around the world welcome volunteers to tackle locally identified projects alongside the community. While most volunteers serve 2 years, Peace Corps Response offers 3 to 12-month options. Both 2-year and PCR volunteers receive training, housing, travel, a living stipend, medical support, a readjustment allowance, career support, and other benefits. As a volunteer, you can make an investment in our world. One handshake, one project, one friendship at a time. That leads to new possibilities in service and when you return home. If you think you might be interested in changing lives the world over, visit the Peace Corps website at www.peacecorps.gov or call them at 855-855-1961. That's 855-855-1961. All right, next tune we're going to play it's another Leo Reisman tune. This is called The Clouds Will Soon Roll By. Let's see. This was recorded 15th of June, 1932. This is Leo Reisman and his orchestra. The Clouds Will Soon Roll By. Okay, the next tune is going to be Paul Whiteman with Jack Teagarden featuring Ain't Misbehavin'. This is recorded July 9th, 1935 in New York City. It's on a Victor record.
all by myself. No one to talk with, but I'm happy by myself. Ain't misbehaving, saving my love for you. I know for certain the one I love. I'm through with flirting, it's just you I'm thinking of. Ain't misbehaving, saving my love for you. Oh, for you. Like Jack Horner in the corner. Don't go nowhere, what do I care? Your kisses are worth waiting for, believe me. I don't stay out late, don't care to go. I'm home about 8, just me and my radio. Ain't misbehaving, saving my love for you.
Okay, I think I decided for something interesting. We're going to try to play another Paul Whiteman record, but from 12 years earlier. This is from 1923. This is called Crying for You, also on Victor. This was kind of when Paul Whiteman was, I'd say, at the height of his popularity. He, at this point, about a year later, he did a concert in New York City at the Aeolian Hall called I believe it's, I'm forgetting what exactly this show was called. I believe it was called The Origins of Jazz, or on some vein like that. And that is the show that officially introduced George Gershwin's Rhapsody in Blue, played by the Paul Whiteman Orchestra. And you'll also hear the piano player on this record is Ferd Groff. He also was on that. He played the first ever Rhapsody in Blue. This is a year before, 1923. Crying for You by Paul Whiteman. I think it's just super interesting to hear the difference between what 12 Years can do. That's the same orchestra, a couple different personnel, but same director, just pretty different musical styles. That's how jazz progressed over about 12 years. National Do Not Call Registry. The National Do Not Call Registry is a free service created to stop unwanted sales calls. To sign up, you can go to donotcall.gov or call 1-888-382-1222. That's 1-888-382-1222 from the phone you want to register. You will get an email with a link you need to click on within 72 hours of your registration. Sponsored by the Federal Trade Commission. I know I'd want that. All right, next we're going to play the other side of the first Paul Whiteman record from 1935. This has a pretty funny title, kind of interesting for the time as well. It's called Dodging a Divorcee from 1935. Okay, the next tune we're going to play is another 78. This is Clarinet Marmalade, interesting title, by Phil Napoleon and his orchestra. a Victor record from July of 1927. Here we go. Okay, the next record we're going to play, this is called Brother, Can You Spare a Dime by Charlie Palloy and his orchestra, recorded in September 1932.
Built a railroad, made it run, made it race against time. Once I built a railroad, now it's done. Brother, can you spare a dime? Once I built a tower to the sun, brick and rivet and lime. Once I built a tower, now it's done. Brother, can you spare a dime? Once in khaki suits, gee, we look swell, full of that Yankee Doodle-Dum. 500,000 boots went slogging through hell, and I was the kid with the drum. Say, don't you remember, they called me Al. It was Al all the time. Say, don't you remember, I'm your pal. Brother, can you spare a dime?
Okay, next record we're going to play is a pretty interesting rendition of a very popular and well-recorded tune called Tiger Rag. This is by Charles Dornberger and his orchestra, and this one features some interesting clarinet effects and some interesting vocal effects as well. This is a pretty unique version, like I said, and I hope you have fun listening. absolutely unbelievable clarinet on that. I mean, the speed at which they're playing and the quick movements of that clarinet really are remarkable. And also I enjoy, of course, that fun vocal and clarinet effect that's supposed to mimic a shrieking tiger. Anyway, I want to remind you all that you were listening in to Wax of the Past on WCNI New London with your host, Ben Dewberry. And this is a show specializing in all sorts of genres, but music from the 78 RPM era, so from the early 1900s to around the 1950s. What you just heard was a tune called Tiger Rag, a popular jazz standard, and a more interesting version of it from 1927, July to be exact. And next, we're going to play a tune I really like called He's the Last Word. This is by Ben Pollock and his orchestra from 1926. Here we go. I absolutely love that tune. It's a great one. All right, next record we're going to play is Sweet Jenny Lee by Wally Edwards and his orchestra. It's recorded in 1930 on the Clarion label. Sweet Jenny Lee by Wally Edwards.
Sweet Jenny Lee, from sunny Tennessee, you'll love her when you see Sweet Jenny Lee. She's got that certain something in her style. She's got a bit of heaven in her smile. She promised me that she'd say yes, sirree, that's good enough for me, sweet Jenny Lee.
All right, next tune we're going to be playing, this is called You're the One for Me, is by Ben Pollack and his orchestra. All right, next tune we're going to play. This is Moonlight. There ought to be a Moonlight Saving Time by Roy Carroll and his Sands Point Orchestra. This is recorded May 9th, 1931, for the Clarion label. Great tune. Take a listen.
Love that girl of mine until the birdies wake and chime good morning. There ought to be a law in clover time to keep that moon out over time, to keep each lover's lane and rhyme till dawning. You'd better hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, get busy today. You'd better croon a tune to the man up in the moon. And here's what I'd say. There ought to be a moonlight saving time, so I could love that girl of mine until the birdies wake and chime good morning.
Okay, next tune. This is a really awesome one. This is Perfect Rag by Jelly Roll Morton. This is on the Jeanette label from 1924. Perfect Rag by Jelly Roll Morton, one of the geniuses of jazz. Okay, next tune we're going to play is The Other Side of Moonlight Saving Time. This is called Roll On, Mississippi, Roll On. And this is also recorded May 9th, 1931. Here we are. Roy Carroll and the Sands Points Orchestra. Roll On, Mississippi, Roll On. It's a great tune.
Mississippi, roll on. Come on, you lazy steamer, move on. Clear the river, here we come. Watch her smoke, boy, hear that engine hum, and Lordy, take a look at that shore. Soon I'll be with the folks I adore. There's a spot round that bend, that's my home, my journey's end. Come on, you old man river, come on. Roll on, you Mississippi, roll on.
Okay, that was a great one. I really like that tune. Roll On, Mississippi, Roll On. All right, next tune we're going to play. This is another great Jelly Roll Morton side, early one where he's just playing the piano. Jelly Roll Morton got his early career from playing in the red light district of Storyville in New Orleans in brothels in the 1910s. And into the 20s he was recording. And as the 20s progressed, he had his own band and was recording and writing. This is The Pearls by Jelly Roll Morton, 1924. Nice one. All right, next one we're going to play. This is by King Oliver's Creole Jazz Band. This is called Froggy Moore. All right, here we go. Wonderfully complex and layered. That's just what King Oliver's all about. That's a great early tune of his. All right, the next thing we're going to play here, this is called Row, Row, Rollin' Along by Victor Arden and Phil Oman and their orchestra, with a vocal refrain by Frank Luther. This was recorded the 25th of April, 1930 for the Victor label. Here we go.
I'm never gloomy, I keep singing a song. Though the clouds hang low, I laugh at woe and go rolling along. No need to hurry, no need to worry, the things are gonna go wrong. Like the birds that sing, I dream of spring as I'm rolling along. Give me the moon for a blanket, give me the stars overhead. I'll make the mountain my doorstep, I'll make the desert my bed. I'll spend the hours among the flowers, I'll stay away from the throng. Let it rain or shine, the world is mine as I'm rolling along.
Another good tune. All right. Next, we're going to play Memphis Maybe Man by Doc Cook and his Dreamland Orchestra on a Columbia record.
Maybe I will. Maybe I won't.
AARP Connecticut. AARP Connecticut is looking for people to volunteer their time, skills, and knowledge to make a difference and improve the quality of life for residents of all ages. Through advocacy and service, AARP volunteers can share their wisdom, benefit from high-quality training and education, enjoy stimulating challenges, meet new people, and know they are truly making a difference. Explore what AARP Connecticut offers online at www.states.aarp.org/Connecticut. To learn more about how you can be a volunteer, contact Elaine Warner by email, ewarner@aarp.org, or call 860-548-3169. Sponsored by AARP Connecticut. All right, next tune we're going to play here. This is by Ruth Etting, favorite artist of mine. This is on a Brunswick record, and it's Keep Romance Alive. It's from 1934.
From sweet 17 to 75, the rivalry's keen, and for love to survive, whatever you do, keep romance alive. A ring on the phone, a little bouquet, has often been known to keep trouble away. Whatever you do, keep romance alive. Sigh with them when you hear their sighs. It's very wise. Keep praising them up to the skies and keep on telling lies. They love to be told they're first on the list. They're never too old to be cuddled and kissed. Whatever you do, keep romance alive. We feel that nothing can affect love. We get careless and neglect love, yet expect love to always be there. So many hearts would not be lonely if we'd only do our share. From sweet 70 to 75, the rivalry's keen, and for love to survive, whatever you do, keep romance alive. A ring on the phone, a little bouquet, has often been known to keep trouble away. Whatever you do, keep romance alive. Sigh with them when you hear their sighs. It's oh so wise. Keep praising them up to the sky. Keep right on telling lies. They love to be told they're first on the list. They're never too old to be cuddled and kissed. Whatever you do, keep romance alive.
I really love it. That picks up at the end. It's a great tune. All right, next up we're going to play arguably the most popular Depression tune. This is called the Gold Diggers Song, otherwise known as We're in the Money. This is by Benny Morton and his orchestra, with the vocal by Henry Red Allen. This is recorded 23rd of February, 1934. Here we are. We're in the money.
money. We've got a lot of what it takes, to get along. I got myself some money. The skies are so sunny. Old man depression, you done us though you wrong. We never see a headline about a bread line today. And when we see the landlord, you can look that guy right straight in the eye. We're in the money. Come on, honey. Let's let it keep rolling along.
Great one. Just really that's a pretty popular tune recorded by quite a few people, but that one was really a unique recording of it. All right, next record we're going to play, this is called Tired of It All by Ruth Etting. It's the other side of Keep Romance Alive. It's from a production called Hips, Hips, Hooray. Pretty interesting.
Of it all. Though I've lost the joy of living, in my heart I'm still forgiving. Wherever you are, goodbye, love. I tried to make believe that love had come to stay, and smile away my tears. I'm wrapping up my dreams and putting them away among my souvenirs. Why go on pretending when I know this is the ending? Tired of it all. Tired of this make-believing, giving love without receiving. Wherever you are, goodbye, love. Tired of it all. All the shadows that surround me, love has left me where it found me. Wherever you are, goodbye, love. My happiness lived a day
lost the joy of living. In my heart I'm still forgiving. Wherever you are, goodbye, love.
Balloon pollution. Did you know that balloon pollution is a global problem? Released balloons often end up killing animals, who mistake the trash for food or become entangled in the strings. Eco-friendly balloons do not exist. Sustainable alternatives will help prevent wildlife, conserve finite helium, and preserve the planet we all share. Be part of the solution and help spread the word. Balloons blow. Don't let them go. Learn more at balloonsblow.org. Sponsored by balloonsblow.org and WCNI. All right, next tune we're going to play here. This is called Gotta Go to Work Again by the California Ramblers. This was recorded in January 1936. Here we go.
Lot of limousine, the swanky yacht. My champagne would fill up any cell. Oh, hum, there goes the alarm clock. Gotta get up and go to work again. Acting awfully bored, I loaned a buck from Henry Ford. Broke a date with John D. Rockefeller. Oh, hum, there goes the alarm clock. Gotta get up and go to work again. No more sleep today, must be on my way. Must forget the night with all its thrills. Gotta get some dough, know an hour ago I lit cigarettes from dollar bills. Going out to dine, I met a girl who was divine. Soon we both were headed for Niagara. Oh, hum, there goes the alarm clock. Gotta get up and go to work again.
Okay, the next tune we're going to play here, this is called Along Came Sweetness. It's by Leo Reisman and his orchestra. This is one of his earlier tunes. I think from approximately, I believe it's 1926. Yeah, this is Along Came Sweetness by Leo Reisman and his orchestra. Great tune. All right, next one we're going to play here. This is called Cakewalking Babies from Home by the Red Onion Jazz Babies. Now, this record is very rare and a really amazing tune. It features both Sidney Bechet and Louis Armstrong. 1925, keep that in mind, 1925. Super early in both of their careers. Both went on to be enormously famous. And they are both playing on this record. And there's if you listen right after the vocal, there is a moment where they're almost battling against each other. Bechet is on clarinet, and Armstrong is on trumpet, and you can hear it very clearly in this recording. Here we go. Just a really remarkable tune. All right, for our last tune today, we're going to play a record. I told myself I was going to play this. I really enjoy this record. It's called Little by Little by Bernie Cummins and his Biltmore Hotel Orchestra, recorded August 14th, 1929.
clean my heart. Little by little, little by little, I'm doing my part. You brighten my horizon. That day I laid my eyes on you, and I says I, gee, she's worth a try. Little by little, little by little, I've tried to win you. Morning and night I tried to do right. I saw so much in you. Rome wasn't built in one day. I hope in time that you'll say you've learned to love me little by little too.
Want to remind everybody, this is the end of the program. This is, I think, the fourth program of Wax of the Past with your host, Ben Dewberry, on WCNI New London. Thank you, everybody, so much for listening. Put a lot of heart and soul into this show. And tune in again next week. I post all these shows on YouTube. My channel is Wax of the Past. Take a look into that. And really hope you enjoyed today. Thanks a lot.
Right now, friends, Earl and I have a number for you we hope you'll enjoy. Turn your radio on.
Come listening to my radio station where the mighty host of heaven sings. Turn your radio on.
Turn your radio on.
Turn your radio on.
Turn your radio on.
Hear the song of Zion come from a land of endless spring. Get in touch with God.
Get in touch with God.
Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on.
Turn your radio on.
And listen to the music in the air. Turn your radio on.
Turn your radio on.
Heaven's word to share. Turn the lights down low.
Turn the lights down low.
And listen to the master's radio. Get in touch with God.
Get in touch with God.
Turn your radio on. Brother, listening to the Gloryland chorus, listen to the glad hosannas roll. Turn your radio on.
Turn your radio on.
Turn your radio on.
Turn your radio on.
Get a little taste of joy in the waiting. Get a little heaven in your soul. In touch with God.
Get in touch with God.
Turn your radio on. Turn your radio on.
Turn your radio on.
And listen to the music in the air. Turn your radio on.
Turn your radio on.
Heaven's word to share. Turn the lights down low.
Turn the lights down low.
And listen to the master's radio.